Hello and welcome. I'm a hotel AI expert, and I'm really pleased to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to your online learning journey. We're here to support your growth in this incredible industry. Now, I want you to imagine something. A hotel where operations just flow, Where every single guest feels like they're the only person in the building, and every staff member feels truly valued. Well, that's not some far-off dream. It's the future of hospitality, and it's being built as we speak with artificial intelligence. In this explainer, we're going to dive into how this technology is changing the game for all of us. All right, so here's what we've got on the agenda. First, we're going to talk about that age-old headache, staff scheduling. Then, we'll look at the incredible AI solutions that are fixing it. We'll also meet the key players making this happen, and we'll break down the real-world impact, on people and profits. And to wrap it all up, we'll take a peek into the future and what intelligent hospitality really means.
Okay, so let's start with a problem I'm sure you've seen or will see in your careers. For way too long, hotel managers have been, trapped. Trapped in this endless cycle of spreadsheets, guesswork, and just going with their gut. And what's the result? It's this constant, stressful fight. You're either overstaffed when it's dead quiet, or you're painfully understaffed during a huge rush. It's a nightmare trying to keep a tired team motivated. And honestly, this isn't just inefficient, it's a huge strategic problem.
Think about it like this. On one hand, you've got the total chaos of doing it all by hand. Way too many people on the clock when it's quiet, and then never enough hands on deck when things get crazy. That just leads to blown budgets and really unhappy guests. But on the other hand, you have intelligent scheduling. This is a totally data-driven way of doing things that makes sure you have exactly the right people in exactly the right place at exactly the right time. The difference, believe me, is like night and day.
So, the big question is, how do we get from that chaos to, harmony? The answer is AI-powered platforms. Seriously, think of these things as the ultimate assistant manager. One that can sift through millions of data points in a heartbeat to create the perfect, most efficient schedule you could ever dream of. So what does that actually look like day to day? Well, these systems, they analyze everything. I'm talking historical booking patterns, what local events are happening, like a big concert down the street, and even all those complicated labor laws. They take all of that and build the absolute best roster. And the end result? It's a seamless experience for your guests, delivered by a team that's happy, efficient, and not overworked. All right, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get to the who. We're going to take a look at 4 of the biggest players in the space, the platforms that are really making this AI revolution happen in hotels right now, all over the world. And you'll see, each one has its own special talent. First on our list is Deputy. This is a platform that's pretty much become a must-have for modern fast-moving hotels. And its superpower? It's all about seeing these incredibly complex patterns in your hotel's data. Things a person could just never spot on their own. It really is like a scheduling genius for your daily ops. With a tool like Deputy, you can pretty much just say goodbye to all that guesswork. Its AI can predict with scary accuracy how many staff you're going to need for any given shift. And then, with just a single click, boom, it creates a schedule. And it's not just an efficient schedule. It's also compliant with all those local labor laws, like the Fair Workweek rules that stop employers from making last-minute, unpredictable schedule changes. Okay, next up, we're scaling up. For the big guys, the major hotel chains, there's a platform called Workforce Software. This is the real powerhouse. It takes all that intelligence we've been talking about and just supercharges it. It builds this seamless, integrated system that can connect every single property and department across a huge portfolio. So what's the secret sauce for Workforce Software? It's what they call policy-aware automation. It's kind of like having a legal expert and a union rep built right into your scheduling software. It makes sure every single shift follows the rules. Plus, it all happens in real time, so managers can make smart adjustments on the fly as things change. Now let's talk about high-end hospitality. In that world, consistency is everything, right? It's king. And that is exactly where Shiftboard shines. It's really the top choice for operations that need absolute perfection, especially during those critical moments, like that insane morning checkout rush. Shiftboard creates these things called always-on schedules, and I love this description. They're like a living, breathing blueprint for how your hotel runs. They're constantly being updated based on actual performance data, so you're always ahead of the curve. And here's a huge plus. It empowers your staff. They can manage their own shift swaps, all vetted by the AI, which makes for a much more flexible and, frankly,
happier team.
And last but not least, we have Katana Cuts. This is the ultimate tool for any hotel that needs to be ready for, well, anything. We all know how unpredictable this business can be. Katana Cuts uses really sophisticated machine learning to make these super accurate, real-time predictions, so you can adapt in an instant to a sudden storm, a massive flight cancellation, or even a surprise VIP arrival.
What Katana Cuts does so well is connect the dots in ways a person just can't. For instance, it can link your staffing needs directly to the local weather forecast. Or, and this is really cool, it can optimize shifts based on the specific strengths of each team member. And this also creates a fairer workplace by reducing manager bias. It's all about running a lean operation without ever sacrificing quality.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Which one is right for you? If you're in a modern hotel and you need that daily edge, Deputy is your secret weapon. For the big chains needing that top-down control, Workforce Software is the command center. If perfection is your standard, Shiftboard is your go-to. And if your environment is completely unpredictable, Katana Cuts is the answer. So we've seen the tech and we've met the key players. But what does this all actually mean in the real world? Let's get down to the bottom line, right? Let's talk about the real impact this has on your business, on your guests, and on your most valuable asset of all, your people. The impact is really like a ripple effect of success. For the business, you're looking at a much healthier bottom line because your labor costs are finally under control. For your guests, they get that flawless, perfectly staffed experience that they're going to go tell all their friends about. And for your team, it means a better work-life balance and a real reason to stick around and grow with you. And just look at this number, a 16% average decrease in staff turnover. That's huge. And that right there is the power of giving your team predictability and a little more control over their own lives. It's simple. When you invest in their well-being, they turn around and invest their talent and their loyalty right back into your hotel. All right, we've covered the present. So now let's cast our eyes to the future. Because this whole conversation, it's not really just about new software, is it? It's about a whole new way of thinking. It's about building a smarter, more human-focused industry. One we can really call intelligent hospitality. I love this idea. By automating the science of scheduling, these platforms free up our managers to get back to the art of service. It gets them out from behind a computer screen and back out onto the floor where they're needed most, leading their teams, actually talking with guests, and creating those amazing, unforgettable moments that are the whole point of great hospitality. So let's be really clear about this. The future of our industry is not about technology replacing people. Not at all. It's about technology empowering people. It's about creating an industry where that human touch is actually amplified, not automated away. It's supported by the smartest, most empathetic systems we can possibly build. So as all of you get ready to embark on your careers, I want you to remember this. AI is an incredibly powerful tool, but at the end of the day, it's just a tool. The future of this amazing industry is truly in your hands. It's going to be up to you to take this technology and use it to create a world that's more human, more connected, and more memorable for everyone. So the real question I'll leave you with is this: how will you leave your mark?